Good morning, student. Today, again, I'm going to start the chapter first. Topic is basic concept of macroeconomics and circular flow of income. It is part third, and in this video, I will complete this chapter. Let me start. Key points. What we are going to learn in this video. First, four sector of economy, then three phases of circular flow. After this, real flow, money flow, then circular flow of income, and at the end, significance of circular flow of income. Let me start with the four sector of economy. First, household sector. It includes consumer of goods and services. And the most important point about household sector is that household are the owner of the factor of production. Now, what is the factor of production? So there are four major factor of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. And without these four factor of production sector cannot think about the production. Now, producer sector. It includes all production units in the economy. It hires factor of production, its mean land, labor, capital and entrepreneur, and with the help of these production factors, it produces goods and services. Next is government sector. It includes government as a welfare agency and government as a producer. Government as a welfare agency, it explain about the maintenance of law and order and defense and providing public amenities. Law and order means judiciary and police facility given by the government for the internal and external security. And public amenities means providing street light, construction of road, highway and parking place, etc. These are the facility that is provided by the government to its people. Okay, and as a producer, so as a producer, India is a developing country, so government has to come as a producer to provide basic social and economical infrastructure so that private sector can make development faster. Without social and economical infrastructure, we can't think about the industrial development. Okay. Next is external sector. It is known as the rest of the world. It includes all such activities which are related to export and imports of good. In one line, external sector is related to foreign trade. Otherwise, we can see that external sector explain the relationship of a residence of a country and rest of the world. Okay. Now, intersectoral flows. All these four sectors depend on each other in one way or other way. Let me start this topic. The first, household sector depend upon the producer sector for factor income. On the other hand, producer sector depend upon household sector for getting factor service. You know now who is the master of or owner of the factor service? Household sector. And without factor of production, producer cannot make the production of goods and services. So in this way, producer sector depend upon household sector for factor of production. Now, the government sector depend upon these two sectors for getting its income, its revenue receipt in the form of direct tax and indirect tax. Now, both producer and household sector depend upon the government for administrative services, law and order, defense. It's mean for internal and external security and peaceful atmosphere, we are dependent upon the government. One more thing, government provides subsidy both the sector. Example, we and you get subsidized cylinder, okay, and producer sector, green revolution. In 10th class you had learned about the green revolution. So HYV technology is very costly. Government provides subsidy for adopting it to marginal farmer, and without this subsidy we can't think about the green revolution. Now, next topic is two types of circular flow, real flow and money flow. And these two circular flow is the result of intersectoral dependence. Okay, now let me start first one, real flow. This is also known as a physical flow. What is real flow? The real flow is the flow of goods and services between firms and household. Okay, and there is only exchange of goods and services between two sectors without the involvement of money. Its mean real flow is related to barter system when we are doing the exchange of goods and services, CC economy, commodity for commodity. Now, explanation of real flow with the help of this diagram. You can see here that it started from household sector to producer sector, then producer sector to household sector. Here we can see that first household sector provide factor service in the form of land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship to producer sector. In return, producer sector provides goods and services to household sector, and this real flow is completed. Next is money flow. It is known as a nominal flow. What is money flow? The money flow is the flow of money. Its name clear its meaning. It is the flow of money between firms and household. Now, its explanation with this diagram. Okay, money flow is just opposite of real flow. Where is real flow started from household sector to producer? It is just opposite. It started with the producer sector to household sector, then household sector to producer sector. First of all, producer sector made payments for factor service in the form of wages, rent, interest and profit. And this income that is received by household sector expended on purchase of goods and services. And in this way, the money which is generated in production and distributed to household sector in the form of factor income again reaches to producer sector when it is expended by household sector on goods and services, and this flow will complete. Now, differences between real flow and money flow. It is very important from examination point of view. So first of all, meaning real flow. It is the flow of goods and services. Remember, real is related to flow of goods and services between firms and household. On the other hand, money flow is the flow of money between firms and household. Now, kind of exchange. The real flow involve exchange of goods and services. On the other hand, money flow involve exchange of money. Next is difficulty in exchange. In real flow, it is related to barter system. So there may be difficulties of barter system in exchange of goods and factor services. In one line, here we find lot of problem related to exchange, like double coincident of want, lack of deferred payment, lack of store of value. But on the other hand, in money flow, there is not such type of problem. Next is alternative name. So already I had told you, real flow is known as a physical flow. On the other hand, money flow is known as a nominal flow. Now, next topic is 3 phases of circular flow. For understanding the circular flow of income, we needed to know all 4 sectors of economy, then 3 phases of economy. Let me start it. First is phase of production. So phase of production is related to production of goods and services by the producer with the help of factor service. And who is the owner of factor service? Household sector. Remember this. So producer have to take help of household sector for producing goods and services. Next is phase of income generation. Here, whatever goods and services are produced in production phase and income generated there, here, that is distributed among the factor of production in the form of rent, interest, wages and profit. So in this way, it involves the flow of factor income from firms to household. Next is and last is the phase of expenditure. Here, household sector expend its factor income on the purchase of goods and services. Okay, so in this phase, the income received by factor of production is spent on the goods and services. Now, its proper explanation with the help of the diagram. Here we can see in production phase there is production of goods and services. Suppose the 100 crore worth goods and services produced in the economy. Now, when this goods and services was sell in the economy, goods and services are sold in the economy, then this 100 crore income that is received by producer sector is distributed among the four factor of production in distribution of income in the second phase. And this factor income worth 100 crore is expended on the purchase of goods and services in expenditure phase, and in this way this 100 crore reach back to producer sector. In this way, income generated in production unit returns back to production unit, makes the circular flow complete. Now, the meaning of circular flow of income. It refers to cycle of generation of income in the production process, then its distribution among the factor of production, and finally its circulation from households to firms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services produced by them. Its explanation with this diagram. Here you can see that first of all, household sector sell factor service, land, labor, capital and entrepreneurs worth 10 crore to producer sector. In return, factor payment is done by the producer sector in the form of rent, wages, interest, profit and worth 10 crore. Now, this 10 crore rupees is expended on the purchase of goods and services by household sector. In this way, this 10 crore rupees again return back to producer sector. Now, again, producer sector is going to sell goods and services worth 100 crore, and in this way this circular flow is an endless process that continue. Why? Because our wants are unlimited, and that's why they are recurring in nature. That's why it is endless, and production process is endless, and this circular flow is also endless. Now, significance of circular flow model. So first is estimation of national income. With the help of the circular flow, we are able to estimate national income by three ways. First is production phase. There we calculate national income by production method or value added method. Second phase is generation of income. Here we can calculate national income and then we apply income method. We can calculate national income on expenditure phase also, and then we are using expenditure method. One more interesting thing is that whatever method you can use, it is going to give you same value. same value of national income. Why? Because whatever production is, whatever goods and services worth produce, that is distributed in the form of factor income, and that money is expended on goods and services. That is the region. And second importance is knowledge of intersectoral interdependence. With the help of the circular flow, we are able to understand how all these four sectors of economy are interdependent on each other. Thank you.